Hello friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I am going to put together sketch number 15 of the brand new Kendra's Card Challenge number 23. This just came out on July 1st, so if you're watching this on the day that this video comes out, you're gonna have pretty much 3 full months to put together a full set of 15 cards and enter for a chance to win some fabulous prizes from our amazing sponsors. Now, not only that, but this video is a giveaway hop and there's a pretty massive prize bundle that Kendra is giving away. More details on that to come, but let me tell you a little bit more about Sketch 15 and about Kendra's Card Challenge in general. So with Sketch 15, what I'm doing is cutting these 1/2 inch strips. Now, this is a great scrap buster sketch. I find myself saying that quite a lot about a lot of these sketches, but this one in particular, you really don't need much. You just need these little strips that are 1/2 inch by 1.5 inches. And what I did was I just taped them all together with some washi on the back to just kind of keep them all lined up. And then I'm going to slice them on the diagonal. So this way they're all connected and it makes that angle a lot easier to achieve rather than cutting each of them separately. Now, one of the things that I love about Kendra's Card Challenge is that at the end of the day, it's a really fabulous resource for card sketches and ideas for getting a card started. For me, a lot of times it's a real blessing to have beautiful sketches like these because sometimes I just, stare at the blank white card base and I just don't really have, any inspiration that just jumps out at me, and that's when I turn to sketches because at least with a sketch I kind of have something to start moving towards, and then at some point my creativity will take over and I will make it my own. And that's how you should see Kendra's Card Challenge as well. Of course, the prizes are amazing and it's really wonderful to have so many opportunities to enter because it's a quarterly challenge, so it lasts for 3 months and you can actually enter once every single month. And to do so, you would just need to make 15 cards, take a photo that shows all 15 cards, and upload that into the InLinkz party. You can do that 3 times throughout the quarter with 3 different sets of 15 cards. Now, one of the things that's really great about the KCC is that it's actually designed so that you can really smash your 6x6 paper pads, of which I have many. So I find it really useful for that because it was designed to actually have a cutting guide at the very beginning where you can see exactly how to cut down 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern papers and use all of the pieces that you cut to assemble the 15 card sketch layouts that are also part of this absolutely free PDF file that you can download. And so it's really great for really just busting through your 6x6 paper pads. With this particular set of cards that I'm making, I actually used, new to me, an 8.5 by 11 paper pad called Circo de Sono by My Pretty Things. And because it's not 6x6, I didn't actually use the cutting guide. I've actually just started cutting into my 8.5 by 11 sheets, and what's really cool is by the time I got to this sketch, I really was just using whatever scraps I could find. And that's how I know that legit a lot of these sketches are great for scraps, because by the time I got to the last page of about 6 sketches, I was really just working off of scraps that I had left over. I wasn't cutting into full sheets anymore. So, so it's really, really great for a lot of things, whether you like to craft with 6x6 pattern papers, maybe you have 12x12s, maybe you have 6x8s. These days there's so many different sizes that you might find, and especially if you like to craft with, say, printables, where the pattern paper isn't a full 8.5x11. You should definitely feel free to use what you have. Don't feel like you have to get 6x6 papers if that's not something you already have, because the whole idea behind the challenge is how to, create a lot of cards unique, because all 15 cards are different, and give you a lot of inspiration and ideas to craft. Now with this, what I did was I cut a couple of extra little strips, because I wanted to actually replace one of the 5 colors that I chose to be something a little bit different, because it was looking like it was a little too similar to the background of my panel in that center area. And so I was thinking I would just glue right over top, but if I was going to do that, I thought, well, why not make a feature of it? So what I did was I actually glued a second layer of that sort of off-white beigey color and a second layer of the orange, but I added a little bit of low profile foam to give that a little bit of lift, so that the card just now feels like it's a little bit more interesting. But in actuality, the whole motivation or reason for it was because I wanted to swap out one of the colors. And so if I was going to glue over top of it, I felt like I should really make it look intentional. And then what I wanted to do, now this is better if you're going to do this part before you actually glue that panel down, so that you can just glue a long strip and then use the edges of that rectangular panel to cut this strip off. But I really wanted to add like a very definitive border along those diagonals. And so I used a pencil to make a mark on one side. And because that panel is 2.5 inches wide, I just lined up the other edge to 2.5 inches, and then I gave it a cut. And then I held up my final piece against the second strip that I needed, and I just trimmed against that, since I had a template to work off of. And I feel like those strips, because it's the same pattern paper as the matte layer behind that panel, it does seem to just make it feel like a little bit more finished. Now, this piece here I fussy cut from one of the pattern papers, and I actually had used the top of this, I think it was like I think she's a clown, and ballerina clown maybe. And since I used the top of her on a different card, I still had the bottom of her body, which I thought was kind of cool still. But I needed to give her a little bit of a waist, because of where I wanted to position her on the card. It was kind of not, there wasn't enough left of her to kind of fill that space between the waistline of the skirt and sort of that top angle. So all I did was I actually just glued a bit of another pattern paper that looked like it could be the top of her tutu, and so I'm just faking it that that's sort of her stomach. And then I used this sort of scalloped nested die set from My Pretty Things to cut out this what's going to be sort of a little waistband for her skirt. I'm just improvising at this point just to make this look like a little bit more like it was meant to look that way, and not that I'm just gluing together like paper doll pieces to reform her. But I think it turned out actually pretty okay. So I mentioned about the giveaway. Now, to enter the giveaway, all you need to do is expand the description box below, and you'll find a link where it'll take you to a form. And the cool thing is that this hop, we are showcasing all 15 cards, and our entire KCC video team is on this hop. So it's a little bit of a longer hop, but you can enter once for every single video you watch on this hop. So there's a giveaway form where you put your entry in, and there's a playlist link where you can find all of our videos. So if you watch all of the videos, you'll be able to enter once for each video. Now, how we know you're watching our videos is each of us will give you a passphrase. That passphrase is what you need to put into the form when you enter the giveaway. So my passphrase is my favorite crafty technique has got to be die cutting. I will die cut all day, every day. I love die cutting. I love all of the different shapes. I love coordinated dies. I love interactive dies. I just really enjoy assembling dies, layered dies, and I don't know what I would do without my mini Empress. That was such a good buy for me because I use it all the time. And I just really love having that professional edge. Like even simple shapes like squares and rectangles, I still prefer to die cut if I can, because it just gives you that really nice sort of rounded professional edge to it. And so for my passphrase, when you go to fill out the giveaway form, indicate that you're watching my video from LV Handcrafted, and that my favorite crafty technique is die cutting. So you just need to put LV Handcrafted and die cutting, and that will qualify you for one entry to win that massive prize bundle from Kendra. Now keep watching the other videos on this playlist, listen for their passphrase, and you can enter once per video that you watch, giving you lots of chances to win that big prize bundle. So I've completed my card now. I love how it came together. I just think this is such a fun paper collection. There is also an ephemera pack, but some of the papers have some really beautiful characters that you can just fussy cut out. Yeah, you heard me say it, fussy cut. Thank you so much for checking out my video today. Big thank you to all of my channel members. I really appreciate your support, and without you all, I can't do what I do. And so thank you also to everybody who uses my affiliate links. That helps a lot as well, because every dollar helps, and by just watching my video, leaving a like, leaving a comment, that helps tremendously also. Thank you again, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.